Welcome back, guys, to another part of... Do I have any loot? I have nothing. Okay. I really gotta start finding some stuff to sell and whatnot. Today we're also going to be talking about the next couple of elections, but we're getting into the Jacksonian era of diplomacy. And in particular, one of the single most influential, contested, and really country-changing elections to have ever transpired in the history of this country. The election of 1824. Now, at this point, this is the, 9th or 10th election, presidential election, that has occurred in the history of this country. With a plethora of candidates. Okay. Oop, sorry, I was not paying attention. Trying to see what my dogs are doing. Wait, where did she go? Seriously, where did... Oh, crap. I am terrible at this game, guys. My bad. God, why is she so fast? Where are you taking, woman? Ah, crap. No.
They're the ones who created the genre.
Ah, crap. About to say, I did not want to fail this mission. I also appreciate the open-ended, semi-open world structure that they put into this game.
Well done, Sly. We should work well together.
Glad you approve.
Now, legally, I can't enter Dimitri's nightclub without a warrant. But I happen to have obtained the key to his back door, which a person like yourself can use however he pleases.
Oh, we are absolutely going to work well together.
Oh, sneaky Sly.
That job inside the disco will require if you can get this piece of fine art back to the safe house in one piece, we can sell it on ThiefNet for a ton of coins.
I want to bring this back and sell it. Because I need some loot, fam. Yep, just murder you for all your things. How much loot do I get if I carry these back? Ooh, it's quite a bit. Not enough though. I think I have one more mission. Where the heck am I going? It's not what I wanted to do. Anyways, the election of 1824 is what I call the election that would really invariably change the country in numerous different ways. This was the election that they stole from Andrew Jackson, and specifically Andrew Jackson.
Okay, Sly. There's the power boxes which route to the printing press area. To take care of them, I'll need you to put a splice clip in those spotlights.
Sorry, Bentley, but those fans are spinning way too fast to walk on.
They can be
Now, this election actually had numerous different candidates, but I would probably say the big four in particular are John Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson, William H. Crawford, and Henry Clay. Now, for John Quincy Adams and Andrew Jackson, they ironically shared the same vice presidential candidate in John C. Calhoun.
and press the circle button.
Come on, turn around.
Keep picking his pocket. Sometimes you have to dig a little.
Oh, God. Make sure you're down. Is anyone backstage? That's the question. The other individuals were William Crawford, who had Nathaniel Macon, I believe, as his vice presidential candidate and running mate. And then, of course, Mr. Henry Clay himself would run for the presidency with Nathaniel Safford as his vice presidential candidate. Come on. Come on. There we go. I think I need 6. Not quite sure. Let me see. 6. What the? Now is he gonna turn, or is he just gonna fall asleep? Oh, he's watching TV. I can't ruin this guy. He's just trying to chill.
Nice work, Spot. Now head for the control panel to slow down the fan.
Now, they specifically ran numerous candidates against Andrew Jackson, and from different states, so that they could effectively split the electoral college and vote. Now, the issues for this particular reason, for some background information,
Insert that splice clip.
how do I get up there? Oh, the fans. Specifically for oh god. Okay, well anyways, they basically want to take him out because of the disgruntled malaise with the Democratic Republican Party. And the malaise is really apparent and big, considering the fact that the turnout for this election is roughly 3 to 4 times the turnout from the previous election. That should give you something. People like Andrew Jackson, that a lot of them saw what he was about for the people, wanted to actually instill some change. He was nominated and would run specifically in the hopes of trying to change the country. And you could say the establishment, they didn't want him to run, and they didn't want him to win, which leads to this specific election outcome. So, big factors, obviously, the rights of the working class, individualistic rights and freedoms, economics, obviously, are a big issue.
Okay, Murray. That alarm horn will tip off the sentry during
It's pretty much just dissatisfaction with the government and the bloatedness, because national debt is starting to skyrocket that the states have to pay back, and people are not happy. But they didn't want Andrew Jackson in because he would change everything, and he had the plurality of support. So if you're going to pull this election, it's going to be basically Andrew Jackson. He's probably up by at least several points. He's going to win pretty decisively, at least. Yay. Now where's the next one? He's probably going to win at least half the support, roughly. Which means he's probably going to win at least potentially half the states or more than half the states and get the electoral college edge and victory. And this is probably from their internal polling data where it's like, okay, he's clearly the guy. Can't deny that he's the guy. And they see this, so they end up basically running three separate candidates from various different parts of the country in order to take away some of the vote, hoping that it would be enough to rig the election. And you had your northeastern vote in John Quincy Adams, and then you had the southern vote from more of the midwestern part of the country in Henry Clay, who, let's just be honest, he was probably going to rig it for his state regardless, and for his section of the country. That's how much power Henry Clay has. Because to me, Henry Clay is basically 1830s Hillary Clinton. And then you had Mr. Crawford, who was going to consolidate at least a couple states, in particular the southern vote, which really was a big factor. I mean, if Andrew Jackson wins Georgia, for instance, or Virginia, then this isn't even a contested election anymore. But because Crawford takes those two states in particular. Oh, when Bentley had legs. Oh, I forgot you had bombs, bro. So at least my boy does have the sleep darts. And the idea, I believe, would be specifically that it goes like this. They could probably take maybe 12% of the popular vote away. At least each candidate hypothetically could. And that it would just be just enough. And largely, long story short, just to continue on with the process, because the idea, understand that if it is a contested election, no one gets the majority of electoral college votes, and it is a contested election because you need at this point about at least 130 electoral votes. Andrew Jackson would only get 99. That, and in particular, it's the Crawford piece that really makes the this election the most contested, because those particular states in particular are the ones that really determine the outcome more than anything else. But long story short, the election is a contested election. Andrew Jackson wins the majority of... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Wins the majority of the electoral votes, but not the majority. He wins the most electoral votes, but not the majority. He wins the popular vote by a sizable margin in comparison to his contemporaries. But what they ended up doing was more than enough. Not the disco ball.
Wow, Bentley. We felt that all the way back here at the safe house. And you were right. Peacock sign had half of its bullets pop off on impact.
Oh, Bentley's got the sneezes.
Okay, fellas. The dominoes
Now, what ends up
are all in
happening
place.
is that once the election
Big heights. Murray will help me break into the old water tower.
is in a contested election, it goes straight back to the states.
Someone out to get the repair.
In order to do that, you need to win
Pickpocket the truck keys off
at least the majority of the state House representatives and legislatures, I guess you could say. He needed to win states, is ultimately what it amounts to. And it was mainly the top three vote getters and electoral vote getters. So it was Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson, and Crawford. And in order to do that, which at the time, it was 24 states. So each one in each state basically got to choose who their candidate was going to be. And one state, one vote. This meant that you needed at least 13 states in order to actually win. And admittedly, there was a lot of contention, basically, to figure out who... It's just Bentley? A lot of contention to see who would get it, and there was a fight, I guess you could say a fight, between Crawford and Adams, because they were like, oh, I want this, I want that, and they were all pretty much, it was pretty much just going to be anyone but Andrew Jackson, so it really did not matter specifically who the actual winner was, I would say. But after a lot of political machinations, largely by Mr. Henry Clay,
Jump into my arms. I'll toss you up there.
oh, what the? Come on. Am I not doing this right? I think I'm doing this wrong. Hang on. Am I supposed to shoot this? Guys, I'm clearly doing something wrong. Oh, nope.
You're gonna have to blast your way in.
Okay, now this is just getting really tedious and annoying. Come on. Okay, good enough.
I need to focus. Which valves do I turn to divert water pressure from the plaza? To change the flow of water through a valve, I should press...
Oh, okay. Let's probably start here first. There we go. And long story short, political machinations, mainly Henry Clay in particular, wink wink, conspired to effectively get John Quincy Adams the election. He wins 13 states, just enough to beat Andrew Jackson, who has 7. And understand that this was a process that took a very, very long time.
Okay, head back to the fountain to make the exchange.
Wrong way. Thought I was supposed to go to the repair truck. Miscalculated. And understand that the process that of it going back to the house actually took a very long time to actually do. Doesn't actually get resolved until literally the following year in February.
Head out for the repair truck.
But John Quincy Adams gets the win and becomes the next president of the United States, angering Andrew Jackson and what would become the future Democratic Party, as the belief was very strong, with good cause, that they had this election stolen from them. Bum bum bum.
I'll take the wheel. I know how to drive a stick shift.
I need to get in position on top of the nightclub's peacock sign for phase 3.
Where am I supposed to go? The very tippy top of that. Okay, how do I do that? Ah, crap.
I'm in position.
Great. We're just driving up right now.
Look at this line, it's tippy toes.
Grab the tow harpoon.
Let's see if I can get it first try. Nope.
Missed.
Really?
Again.
Hooks on. Pull away.
Sly, the guards are onto us. Protect the truck.
Oh, I have to protect this truck. So far, not a good start. Glitching out. Not good, not good, not good. Get away, get away, get away now. I think that's the last one.
Behold the majesty of gravity and inertia.
That was real subtle.
Real subtle.
Okay, you jump in, grab the clockwork tail feathers, and we're out of here.
I think this is the Dimitri boss fight.
So raccooners do this. Like totally bumming my house up and bringing me down. So very uncool. Why can't you let birds and bees be free, bro?
Listen to me. You have no idea what you're playing with.
Low key, Dimitri's probably one of my favorite characters in the series. Mainly this version. He's just like, just the way he talks, man. It's just so funny. And that's how you do characters and character development.
You can take all you want. I can.
No deal. You and the rest of the Clock gang have to be stopped. Clockwork will never again see the light of day. Just hand over the tail feathers and we can...
What is this with clocks, bro? Have you no vision? Are you hearing what I mean to you? You think you have juice? Don't show me a little mind when talking about such big things. You think you can swing the bat? Show your bling and let me shine.
I have no idea what you're saying. And your suit sucks.
Let's dance!
Oh crap. How do I fight him? Oh, not good. Definitely not good. Getting my butt handed to me. Ah! Dang it. I can't be mad at you, Dimitri. What are you doing, bro? You better weapons, bro. Focusing before I even talk about the election of 1828, which I'll probably talk about in the next video. In the face, bro. Oh, that's just cruel.
Take clockwork, fellas, and my counterfeit in operation. It's past tense.
I'm doing you a favor. What kind of thief prints money? There's no honor
Fair
in
point.
that.
You crackerbox!
What the? Hell yeah.
My gang and I had done it. The clockwork tail feathers were ours, and Dimitri's counterfeiting operation was ruined. Due to the untimely arrival of Carmelita, my escape got a little tricky. Angry at having just missed me, she took it out on Dimitri, shutting down the nightclub and throwing the frustrated forger behind bars. The gang and I headed out of town for a week in Monaco. I figured the team had earned themselves a well-deserved break.
Thank you guys. I hope you liked this part. God bless, like, and subscribe. We'll continue on soon. Later, y'all.